Traders, you can see here I marked one zone at this area. Previously this area was acting as a sub resistance zone. Market continuously it rejected from this area. Once this area is broken, now what is happening? This zone is acting as a support. That is point number one. Point number two is at this zone, market is also at 0.618 level of Fibonacci. We use Fibonacci to a certain extent in our trades. So this can be a pressure zone, I mean buyer's pressure zone, but since the selling from the top side is a bit more, little careful we need to be at this area. Okay, so randomly let's not enter any bullish trade. This is just 15 minutes time frame. I've explained the things to you. Here you can see exactly near 618 level supporting zone, market is trying to hold. Sometimes what would happen is from this zone itself, market can show some decent momentum towards the upside. Been looking at US market to a certain extent, Nasdaq, S&P 500. Nasdaq is flat, but it was positive that time. Okay, Nasdaq is neutral, no change. S&P 500, other things and all have become a bit positive. So here this is a 3 minutes time frame. There's 618 level support. Once this area is broken, this area should act as a supporting zone, but little bit tricky it is to take entry at this area. But with small quantity we can try. We'll see how it goes first, then we will decide. SNK, good evening. Tarun sir, good evening. Welcome to the live stream. Little this becomes a 50% chance. That's the concern. Rest of the market and all one by one we have to see. Here, this is the zone. At least if market comes a bit lower, right? Somewhere here, if it's giving a reversal setup, then it would be a good one, definitely. That's why I'm not directly entering the trade here, even though there can be a possibility of market moving towards the upside. Only one attempt we can try here. Okay, risk has to be very small. So what we will do, we will try. Okay, who wants to try with me, you can try. This is a 50% chance setup, but if it moves towards the upside, maybe a decent momentum you can capture. But for many people I would suggest to wait for some more time, because continuation we haven't got yet, right? So stop loss to a certain extent I have placed here. The stop loss, let it be as it is. If market moves upside from the zone, then we can try. One is to this zone we can try. Safe traders, I would suggest you to wait for some more time. Like I said, basically for me here, in case at the zone if I get any reversal, that would be a bit better. But market is holding on to the zone and it's not able to break the previous low. But here there is some kind of confusion which is happening in the market. If sellers are strong, they will push it lower. I'll switch to 1 minute time frame here. Pressure is there on the bearish side. In case I don't enter, if market moves up, I'll miss out on opportunity. So just $30 risk. So that's fine for me. And let's say we consider this area as target zone. The problem here is, you see, once support is broken, once resistance is broken, it can act as support. Not just me, many people who's in the market, they know that already. Exactly near the support market is holding, right? That is the problem. If it goes below the support and then it gives a reversal, that to a certain extent becomes more probability setup. That's why I'm saying safe traders kind of avoid at the zone. little lower when you get, you can try. Can you try gold on this platform? No, trading gold is not legal. So Delta Exchange is FIO registered. So what is not illegal, they cannot do. Lokanathan sir, Praveen sir, good evening. Welcome to the live stream. Bigger stop loss I should not be giving for this trade. That mindset I have, because this is a 50-50% chance setup. Okay. Because if market is correcting up to 1,04,835 up to that zone, so much big stop loss, additional 200-300 points risk I have to take, for which I'm not ready. Let it come here, maybe one more reversal, that time I'll do one more attempt. Okay. As of now, this is just running at cost to cost. More and more negativity, traders. It's forming double bottom. This will give an opportunity for people to enter here. Resistance acting as support. This will give confidence for people to enter here. All of these 618 level. So please give option selling strategy. I'll give, sir, I'll give. You need option selling strategy, or you want successful option selling strategy? You need successful option selling strategy, right? So for that you have to wait. The markets and all is kind of slightly getting negative. That's okay. Conviction about the setup is just 50-50% for me, not too much. Up to 618 level, it's holding, that's not a problem. To next level, it can. Here you can see this area is acting as continuous resistance. Okay, once it broke, this area acts as support. Here it might give a breakdown and reverse. Okay, if it's not happening, that is my perspective. Here one opportunity is there, I tried. If that fails, again at the bottom, one more opportunity I will try. So two important areas. For safe traders, this will be the zone for the next entry on the buy side. If here it fails, then it is sell on rise situation. Okay. So you need successful option selling. See, I'll tell you the problem. I was working on option selling strategy. Okay. That strategy was giving good success rate. All right. I traded, back tested everything I did in my spouse's account. Success rate was very good. But all of a sudden, when Trump started this tariff related stuff, Iran Israel war related stuff, because of that, uncertainty increased in the market. That is really creating problem to the strategy. Okay, so always some news or the other news keeps on coming. So what I decided was I need to choose a time frame to do option selling. Okay, so that for the capital requirement to trade with one BTC should be less. That also it should happen. Along with that, the setup has to just complete within 30-35 minutes. You have to get the result, because people who wants to do option selling, throughout the day, if they keep sitting, they can't keep monitoring. Because of boredom, you'll get into pressure and things like that. That's not required. So I need to develop a strategy which is time bound. Let's say 30 minutes, 40 minutes, you have to stay in the trade. For options, the premiums, which premium if you choose, the probability of turning profit is high, that we need to see. Of course, you take deep in the money, call option and put option you sell, you might be profitable, but for that also capital requirement is more. All those issues are there, right? So that you need to factor in. So considering all this 3 to 4 points only, I have worked upon a strategy. But because of this uncertainty in the market, if it's not giving a proper success rate, then what I should do, patiently wait. The end product doesn't matter. In the strategy what I'm going to give you is going to be absolutely free of cost. This strategy what I've already been given to crypto community group members, if you see, this has a very very good success rate. Only thing is, what happens, some people out of 3 trades 4 trades you make loss, you think about exiting. I've already told the success rate of this strategy is 50 to 60%, but when it works it will give you 1000 points, 2000 points more. When you make loss it will just be 200, 300 points. So that you guys have to look into. Okay, so you have to believe in the how much back test has gone to develop that strategy. What are the rules you have to follow? Lot of things I've discussed. It just depends on how you make use of it. That's it. This was basically a 50-50% chance setup. So I said, safe traders, be careful. At the zone it can reverse, or at the bottom level it can reverse. I'm entering here. Still the success rate of the strategy reaching the target is 50-50%. Risk is small, right? So I have taken this trade. So probability is there, risk is also less. So I'm just leaving this trade as it is. If there is no probability, risk is more, then I wouldn't have even taken this trade. This trend line is acting as a resistance zone. So give me some time. Option selling strategy, Fibonacci related strategy, buyer seller zone strategy, all these things I will give you. It's just that you have to be consistent. People who are in the group, just you took the strategy, you did not trade with that, you are not showing interest, means then I will think, okay, many people are not interested, so let me focus on my trades. If you guys are showing more interest, you ask me more questions, you become a part of the group, and you are actively trading. Let's not say you have to trade with more quantities, right? Let's say 10 quantity also. If you're showing interest, then even I'll be interested to support you guys. This trend line is acting as resistance. Market is holding on to this range. There's a small risk, so I'm just leaving this trade as it is. It's come to cost now. Will I suggest people to enter this trade? No, not necessary. I've already told success rate is 50-50% for this. Global market. If it's holding on here, fine, or else I'll give that stop loss and close. That's it. I'll look at other index. Anywhere there is good opportunity, I'll let you guys know. Just set up the anyways, we'll leave the setup as it is. I have no big interest in that. What it wants to do, let it do. I'll go back to who's interested in gold. You see market at this point of time, it's near the resistance zone. Okay, so this is one resistance, and in case market moves towards the upside, it can go up to, in the future if it gives a breakout, it can go up to 3900, 3390, up to this zone 393. Up to this zone market can move towards the upside in future. Okay, this market took the stop loss, that's fine. One more area is there where I have to wait. Now this zone is there. All right, the zone is there in the market. If market breaks the zone, okay, in case there is going to be liquidation grab or liquidation sweep, then market can tend to move towards the upside, okay, from the zone. Or let's say I want to give it a breakdown. If it gives a breakdown, then that has to convert to a wick like this, and then followed by a green candle. That is an opportunity for me to enter. So there I have around 60-70% probability setup. Or else what we can do, safe traders, as long as market is trading within the zone, avoid trade, okay. At some point of time it will give a breakout, retest and show continuation. That time the movement can be very, very strong. Ideally at this point of time we consider the buyers who are here strong. As long as that level breaks, one attempt was near 618 level. Next is this zone where market, you can see previously this area was acting as resistance. Once market, let's say it breaks the zone, from here it shows any reversal, then one more attempt on the call side I can try. Safe traders have to try for call option trade above this zone, okay. So that is about the setup. That's what I'll be doing. I'll wait for that in the next 15-20 minutes. If I'm getting the setup, I will enter. I have here Delta Exchange has higher trading exchange rate. Yes, I can see that compared to other this one platform. Some people told XNS is cheap. For you, cheap is required, or who follows the guidelines is important? For me, who follows the guidelines is important. My brokerage, see, first you have to think about being profitable. If brokerage is high, okay, you think brokerage is high, then what you need to do, first focus on taking very less quantity. Let's say you take 10 quantity. How much brokerage will you have for that? $1, $1.50. That much also it won't be there. Just as an example I'm saying. You are confident with the setup. You keep seeing how accurate your setup is. All right. Later point, when your accuracy increases, you're confident with the setup, then you keep increasing the lot size. When you increase the lot size, brokerage also is more. But when you attempt for 1:3, 1:4, 1:5, like that risk reward, the brokerage will be not that much. Yesterday we took a trade, we captured around $60-$80, you think, okay. My brokerage was around $14 to $15, so I captured $80, $85 there. So net to net, even if I lose around $14 as brokerage, why I'm paying that brokerage is the first thing. You know, in XNS, what I have heard, I don't have personal experience, so I don't want to comment about anyone, but how people add funds, that only is a confusion bit, right? You put your money there, you need to transfer it to someone, there you need to get it converted to USD. After that it gets transferred back. All these things is something which I don't prefer to do. So whoever is following the rules, based on that only I prefer to go. If that is what you wish to do, you do it. In case I'm using Delta Exchange, people who follow me, maybe they use Delta Exchange. As long as Delta Exchange is giving me that comfort that it is safe and things like that compared to other this, I'm okay to pay a decent amount of brokerage for the service what they are providing. Have you guys used XNS? Can you tell me how is the account fund adding process? How does it actually work? I have seen, but is it easy process? Is it a hectic process? Are you aware about how this one is happening? In Delta Exchange, I know directly the fund is going to Equitas and from there I'm getting it, right? Immediately it reflects. How is it with other brokers? I'm not sure. So which I'm not sure, I don't want to speak about also. It is more charges in option selling compared to, I'll tell you a method. When I do the strategy, I'll give you one method where brokerage will be less. Every time I try to trade any asset, I find myself taking a reversal trade. It is normal. Is it 100% of the time you are taking opposite direction trade? What is the success rate of you failing? No one will fail 100%, right? So if you are actually failing 100% of the time, it is reversing, let me know. That opposite direction trade I'll only take, because your success rate is at least in opposite direction, it is more. So this one I'll just mark it here. This is the demand zone. So what I'm expecting in this zone is, let's say market gives a breakdown here and followed by a decent green candle pullback. Okay, something like this. That would give me a confidence to take an entry. My stop loss will be small. All of these things I'll factor in. Based on this, I will be entering a fresh trade. Okay. In case market is too bearish, too negative, then even though I'm giving stop loss, it's going to be very small. Okay. One attempt I tried here near 618 level, but I was telling you that's 50% chance. Here probability of the trade being successful is high in case buyers re-enter the market at this zone. So let them show re-entry, then maybe I will consider. Is there any lag in the video? It is showing different rates for me here. No one has complained about any kind of lag in the system. Okay. So at this zone, the correction was a bit strong. The green candle, what I expected, did not come. So for me, entry did not get triggered here. We will see how this gets converted to. Is there anything which is happening in the market which is affecting the sentiment? Let me look into that also. Nasdaq, previously it's just broken an important zone. S&P 500 has broken previous day low. Dow Jones is kind of coming near the support. Entire market is kind of showing some bearishness. That's okay, that's fine. I expected any reversal candle here at this demand zone. No entry got triggered. So again, I'll wait for some more time. What is the zone here? Should we consider like this? Or... all right. So here market is trading within a range. This is the support. Continuous fall was really nice, that I agree. Here I'll look for any reversal setup if possible, but only after the breakdown. Okay. Much more negativity that we will see. Gold, if too much negativity in the market, if gold breaks this upper level with small stop loss, we can look for upside opportunity. Okay, that's about gold. Oil, let me give you a range so that it can be useful. 74.80 can be the upper level. Last time you see this is the reversal zone. 74.80 at the upper level, this can be your reversal zone. Okay, so Market is kind of negative. Movement was very strong. 1,000 points. Last setup at this zone, I will see if there is any breakdown and if that converts to bullishness. See, I cannot enter a bearish trade right now. If I enter here, my stop loss has to be here, but this is a support zone. Market can reverse, or after breakdown, less movement it can give in reverse. If I keep my stop loss here, it's very big. For that bigger target, I have to keep. So all of these things I have to factor in. So because of which I don't think there is any bearish opportunity for me in the market. Bullishness means at least where I can. Why don't you look for going short in the market? That's what I'm explaining. Why I'm not interested to go short. You want to enter here, short trade, placing stop loss here. There's a very high probability market can hit this. Okay. If you keep the stop loss is very big. Target is very small. Okay. All these factors you have to take into consideration, traders. How much risk can I take? That matters. 300, 380 points. Downward continuation. I've already made a video also explaining why most of the time I prefer to take opposite direction trade. But one of the main reason for that is stop loss is going to be small, target is going to be big. Okay. So small stop losses when we give and go opposite to what many people are doing. In my experience, I have seen that the success rate, even though it becomes 50%, 60%, right? But when you get net to net, you see end of the month, the success rate is going to be very much. Okay. So if this breakdown is happening continuation, how many of you are interested to take a bearish trade? I'm sure many of you are. So falling knife, I don't want to catch. My mindset doesn't work that way. If you look at higher time frame, it seems like buyers are trapped. At what time frame you want to see? 4-hour time frame. Here recent buyers who entered, definitely they have got trapped at the upper level. Market has given continuous breakdown. That time 7 o'clock, 7:15, if I was live, that time maybe I would have looked into the market. 8 o'clock only I'm looking great. So here if market is trapping small retail traders, and then if it's wanting to move towards the upside, here after looking at this candle you're saying okay, market has trapped people, but here these buyers would have re-entered and also they would have pushed the market towards the upside. That perspective you will not know, right? As long as you take the setup. I have skin in the game, I can comment on that. So let's see, any reversal opportunity I get, I will enter. Lag is there, sir. If there is lag, what you do is you close the live stream and reopen. It will, most of the time the issue gets resolved. I can't place my stop loss here at this lower zone. That doesn't make sense. So here any reversal I have to get a proper green candle, something like this. This candle's height is not able to break this candle. Let any candle break the high, then we will see. This is liquidation grab, then You see Ethereum mini setup. Nasdaq has broken the low, strongly bearish. US market slightly everything is turning negative. It's okay. Ethereum at what level is it? Ethereum has little more space to move towards the downside. The maximum it can move towards the downside. Either from the current level it has to move. 1 second, we will see here. From the current level it has to move, or 2455 range. So here, if it falls, all right, either the zone it has to reverse. Okay, why it can reverse? It has given a breakdown here, it's given a breakdown here. Anyone who entered to trap them, at least little movement it can do. So I don't want to catch the falling knife. I will not enter here. I'll just be looking for opposite direction trade. If I'm getting any reversal, I will enter. Some people might say, okay, breakdown has happened, why don't you enter? For me, that mindset doesn't work. For you, if it works, then definitely you can try. It's entirely up to you. What about gold? Gold is still under indecision's range. It's not broken the high. Oil is kind of at the resistance area. This can be left shoulder, head. It's not touch. Maybe we can consider this as head and then right shoulder. Bullish setup, it is trying to form. We'll wait for that. But can be added through other agency, but we are registered. The Google Pay ID is tough XNS, is through XNS only. So this middleman agency, what is there? You consider who it is. I cannot disclose a lot of things on the internet. Oh, they're not getting broken. Lakh 3,000, 1,03,350. This range is too far. 1,03,350. 300 to, sorry, 300 to this range. Here one reversal. If I get, I will try. Here one reversal, I will try. Both the situation, I'll be giving small stop loss only. Okay. Well, this market has broken. If it moves up, how much can it move? I'm just checking. All right. If it moves from this zone, minutes, 5 minutes. It's showing slight bullishness, but this area can be the retest level. But small stop loss setup here only I'll be getting. I place the order, okay, on the bullish side. Who doesn't want to enter, you need not enter. For me, I'm going to keep a small stop loss for this trade. I've entered the trade. We'll see how it goes. Initial target I've kept at the zone, okay. If this is going to convert to retest that small stop loss, whatever it is, I'm going to give this, close the trade for the day. All right. Ethereum. So it's okay. Gold. The index S&P 500 and all is completely kind of bearish. Dow Jones is coming to next supporting zone. So during this live, I've taken entry here. Okay, I've taken entry here, placing small stop loss. If I take the stop loss, what I will do later point of day at this zone, one more attempt small stop loss I will try. Okay, for reversal. So that we will see based on how the setup goes. Let's say market broke this zone later, okay, and it comes out of this zone. That time any reversal setup, lower high, higher lows and higher high setup. That time again with small stop loss, one more attempt I'll be doing towards the upside. Okay. I should have entered short that time. Yeah, here the trend line was acting as resistance. Like I said, two areas I should have entered. Now, if you ask me after looking at this moment, didn't I mark this trend line? Here, as long as it sustains, who wants to be bearish, you can be bearish, I said. Becomes easy, right? After movement happens, everything happens. People saying, okay, you should have entered here, you should have exited here. Now, also, you guys are telling me that, okay, market is completely bearish. Why are you entering a bullish trade here? For me, it makes sense to enter a bullish trade because the risk is small. In case I get the spike will give me a good return. Okay. So I go based on risk reward. I go based on probability. I don't go based on this continuous momentum. This moment is over. Again, this additional moment, if I have to capture, maybe once or twice by luck I can capture, but doing opposite things only, I have seen a lot of success in this market. That's why I use stop loss hunting, price action concepts. So what would you say if this stop loss hits? Sir, see, I told you should have entered better. It's okay. Risk is mine, setup is mine, logic is mine. And I'm not just randomly putting risk reward ratio and telling you to take entry, right? I'm putting in my own money also in this. So where I have to take risk, I know. Where I'm comfortable, I know. So you're in this live stream to know about that itself. Bigger spike candle should have come already. Why market is holding on? Sellers are putting more pressure. That I'm not sure. My risk reward is intact. I'll go as per that. I'm trying to break down, acting as a retest zone. 50-50 it's becoming. Quickly it should have broken this level already. Oil. Oil you can see here. This trend line rejection zone only it's acting. Tested once, twice. This also you can consider resistance 4 times. Later if you get a breakout you can try on the bullish side. Gold is forming double top pattern. Breakout is converting to flag. If it converts to flag, gives a breakdown, then upside movement is possible, or from the zone it's possible. If it gives a breakdown and then reverses, that is kind of bit better. Okay. Why is it holding too much traders? Movement is required quick. Why is it not coming? From the zone, basically it should move very, very quickly. Not because I entered, based on my logics. This is the pullback zone. 236 level, 382 level. Converting to wick is a problem. This is the zone. This is trend line resistance area. Even though slightly market is moving towards the upside, at least 200 250 points movement candle I expected at the zone itself, right? At the zone only I expected, but still that candle is not forming. So ABC Entertainment, hello, welcome to the live stream. Usually when I come at 7 o'clock only, the views are less. Now in Telegram group I had said 8 o'clock I will come. That time views are even less. Likes have become even less. Those of you who's entered the trade all along with me, I'll tell you what is the situation. Here, many people would have, looking at this move, people would have been interested to take a bearish trade, right? Maybe after this breakdown. After this breakdown, they might think they have an opportunity to enter a bearish trade. That is point number one. And after this pullback, some people will enter. That is point number two. So my expectation was after this breakdown, market will move towards the upside, attract some bearish traders at this zone. That's why I kept the stop loss here. From here, it will reverse, bounce back and hit the target. So if I have to take this trade, reversal trade, only then I have an opportunity to place a smaller stop loss. Okay. See, at this breakdown, market did not give previous candle and all, I could have placed a stop loss, but at this zone only it could have reversed. One extra candle it did, or else if it had reversed from here already, it would have spiked up to 1,04,600. That's my understanding based on how I look at the market. Now my expectation was already at the zone a movement should have come. That movement should have been close to 300-400 points. I mean one single candle. That's not come. Market as of now is giving opportunity for bearish traders to enter at this re-entry zone. If market really wants to continue the downtrend, I'll give the stop loss without thinking too much. I will close. Next at this lower level I will attempt. Okay, the same logic what I applied here. In case market wanted to trap people at the zone who did not exit after this pullback, let's say I placed stop loss here, some people re-entered here, to trap them again if market moves towards the upside, here I expect a movement of close to 300 points. If that happens, market retesting the zone can be possible close to 70-80%. Okay, so with that logic, I'm holding on to the trade. Usually I prefer to go opposite. That's what I've been doing here also. But why big candle movement is not coming? Usually it comes. It's not coming. Maybe entire market is negative, so sentiment is there, negative. Oh, yeah. For a pullback, not yet. S&P 500 at the upper level, it is showing some bearishness. It's trying to convert to false breakout. Dow Jones is giving a pullback. S&P 500 is going for a retest. Doji candle. US market though completely turned bearish, but after breaking yesterday's low, you can see here S&P 500 after breaking yesterday's low, what it has done, it has tried to recovery can be close to up to this zone. If sellers are very strong, then market can reverse from here itself. But if you look at this setup, market giving a breakdown, attracting people, later reversing, what is there any similarity between our trade? Can you tell me, is there any similarity? Definitely there is similarity. You see here, market gave a breakdown, after breakdown it is recovering. But how much it recovers? Basically, if buyers are really excited at this zone, this price level, the movement has to be very quick, like 2-3 times I've already told you. But they're showing less excitement here. That's why we are at cost to cost. So if you compare S&P 500 current move of this reversal, and if you compare it with BTC, almost it is the same. And you compare it with Ethereum also. This is the breakdown. Okay, it's taking support here. Ethereum case, it's gone for a pullback. Here is it going to, if it had given a breakdown, little more confidence on the reversal I would have, but exactly near the support it's reversing. We'll see how it turns out. BTC though making us wait for longer duration. That's not right. That's okay. Gold indecision. Oil facing resistance. Same thing. Oil facing resistance. It's moving in a trend. Formed a M pattern. Maybe it can give a breakdown here and recover, or from this zone it can recover. Maybe you consider this as symmetric pattern range itself, where market, as long as it's trading within the zone, you can avoid taking any trades, right? That is something you can consider. This the movement is so slow. %, correction. Now this box range has become a bit tricky for us. It's become an indecision zone right now. Expected upside moves not yet coming. We'll wait for another 5 or 6 minutes, 2 3 candles. Maybe then we can see if you want to hold on to the trade or close the trade, re-enter later at the breakout, something like that. There's become an indecision zone here. You can see here, as of now, we are still at cost to cost zone. Market is near the entry point itself. This zone has become indecision zone. My idea is to hold on to the trade based on this zone. Okay, 1,03,820. As long as this zone breaks, I don't feel like exiting. Or in case market moves towards the upside, like 1,04,600. By then, at least stop loss I'll get trailed to cost zone. Okay, then my expectation will be either cost to cost or market reaching 1,05,000 level. Okay, apart from that, I have nothing to say about this trade right now. Only zone is indecision. The bullish spike, what is supposed to come close to 300 points, is not yet come. Nowhere other index setup, nowhere it is looking interesting. In S&P 500, this zone where market has recovered, right? I consider this zone as the demand zone, right? Previously, you can see this was the demand zone. Market has given a breakdown and it has given confidence to people and it has gone for a retest. Now, any random people who enter the trade, they are trapped. And from this zone, if market wants to continue the trend, it has to go above 1,09,080. This entire zone, I consider this as demand zone. What maybe you can do is, I'm speaking about S&P 500 because all of those things, price action logic is important. Okay, if it survives above this zone, right, let's say it corrects later, if it moves up, then next it can go up to 5,995. Up to that zone it can go, right? So that is something you can wait for if you're interested. Can I enter a fresh trade at this zone? No, you cannot, because indecision is happening in the market. So wait for certain level of breakout or retest again. If market here, let's say it formed a bearish flag pattern reversal, like that you can try. Okay, since we have entered already at the zone, this low, we are able to keep the stop loss. Even if you enter here, this only you have to keep stop loss as of now. Okay, that problem you have, where I have to keep less points, you have to keep at least 500 points. BTC will collapse today. Okay, if it collapse, whatever happens, I don't care. My stop loss is here, I will exit here. People, though, with so much of boldness, they make statement. BTC might collapse, not like that. BTC will collapse. Now, in case it collapse right at the zone, they will act as though they only moved the market. So if it goes opposite to this resistance also, I don't care. If it comes here also, I don't care. For me, my risk reward is more important. I only focus on that. Do you pay taxes on crypto while trading on Delta Exchange? Of course, if I trade in Nifty and Bank Nifty, futures and options market, whatever tax I have to pay, I already fall under 30% tax bracket. So whatever profits I make, based on that I have to pay. Crypto recently only started, right? So from last year end only I've started. This time end of June I have to file. Market is sideways for too long, then pressure can be on both the sides. That's the problem. As of now, we are at the entry point zone itself. No loss, nothing. How many of you have entered this trade along with me? Or have you entered bearish trade? Those of you who's watching the live stream, just let me know your perspective. Have you entered any trade? If yes, is it bullish, bearish trade? Or you're waiting for breakout, breakdown? Whatever is the case, just let me know, so that even I get idea if along with me, if no one has entered the trade, then I'll just close the live stream. Any further update about this trade, I'll let you know in the community group. Entered long in gold. Where is gold? What is the logic, sir? It's an indecision zone. There is no breakout here. It's trading within an area. If you have entered at the lower levels, fine, but at the current levels, I'm not sure. It can be 50% chance depending on how long you are able to hold the trade. Not today. Okay, we creations. Entered long in gold. Vinod sir entered along with me. Okay. As of now, it's just at cost to cost zone, traders. No big movement. Even I'm getting bored about this. Move at least stop loss or target, whatever it is, quickly. If it moves, it would be fine. After taking entry only, it's correcting. Entered in long. Usually when I trade this reversal trade, I trade based on this only because the probability is very high, right? Like I said, that 200, 300 points candle if I get at the upper zone, not here, okay? Here if I'm getting no, at the zone, okay? Already it should have given that move earlier when I said that time probability is very high for it to be reaching the upper levels. It will go for a good retest. But if it consolidates within a range, then success rate becomes 40 to 50%. So why I don't exit when success rate is 50, 50, because risk is already decided. Okay, risk is small. For me, the risk reward for this trade looks very decent. So if there is 50% chance, the loss what I make here also, later I can recover when the probability of this setup, when it gives continuation of success rate of 60-70%. Right? So I'm okay to hold on to this trade. Around $80 or something is the risk. Against that, reward is at least 160, 170. So I'm okay to hold. Now whoever entered along with me, this might be the first time you're seeing a slight loss in the trade. Okay. If you're too much worried looking at this breakdown, you exit. Okay. Entirely up to you. You can re-enter later. But me, I'll stick to the stop loss. If market corrects here, reverses, or it hits the stop loss, it's entirely, I'll leave it to the market to decide. Wait. Any other index nicely, if it has come to a level, then definitely I would have discussed about that with you. Index is showing any nice setup today. Dow Jones, though, I don't think people here trade in Dow Jones, but here recently it has given a breakout. This breakout, but this breakout I personally would not enter. I'll wait for market to at the zone first, maybe with small stop loss. I will try for bearish trade. In case that fails, market gives a breakout, only then I'll go for bullish trade. Okay, so first preference will be bearish trade at this zone. At this zone, this though again converted to this one, complete indecision, traders. Now at least give that moment. 200, 300 points. One candle alone has given nice 400 points movement. We'll see how this holds up. Now that downside market has tested, again upside it's moving. Now maybe whoever entered along with me, you can get your stop loss to this zone. Okay, if you're interested, if you're worried. Wow, what a move. This move I expected here. It's coming now. If it's coming now, it becomes 50-50. So what we will do nicely, we will try to reduce the risk. Okay, I've reduced the risk little below this green candle I have kept. So again, if market is holding on, correcting, as long as it doesn't break this candle, I'm fine to hold. If it moves up, good for me. If it doesn't, lesser stop loss I will be giving. Okay, 1 second, I'm getting a phone call. This candle continuation, it should happen, traders. We'll see if it happens. So basically for this trade, what I have done is I've reduced the loss from $80. I've got it to $40. For that return, we are looking at $170. As of now, it's at cost to cost only $27, $28. That is nothing. Now, since this area, I think I've been telling you that time, from here if it pull back also, it's fine as long as it doesn't break this zone. So here it's given a pullback. Now basically it has to show continuation. If it does, good for us, or else $40. $40,900 coming up. Hopefully. US market though, after the continuous fall, right? After the continuous fall, you can go and look at the charts if you want. It's given a decent pullback. So all the market is at decision zone if it wants to move towards the downside or upside. So here usually when market selling is very strong at the upper level, basically I'll try to look for bearish trade. But now at the lower end, when many people are thinking about entering bearish trade, we are looked for opposite direction. This might be a live market situation where, many times I speak about Nifty, Bank Nifty, right? Why I take opposite direction trade and all those things. Here I can know where I have to place the stop loss, what is the maximum risk. Here what you guys will think after entering, let's say at this breakdown or something, shall I place my stop loss here? No, this, if market is coming, you will not think about exiting. Okay, this is a bigger breakdown, let me exit here. Like that you will think. Like that only your risk also will increase. With that mindset and all, if you trade, it's very difficult. Ethereum to double bottom, that what is continuation is coming in is 300 points. Moment is strong, but will it correct up to this zone and reverse, or it will hit my target? I'm not sure. So basically what we can do is, if wants to book profit, you can do it. What level is this? Let's say market corrected. This is the recent swing. It's given a breakout. Basically additional movement it has to do. Maybe at least up to this zone. See what you want to do about the trade. Whoever entered along with me, you would be in profit itself. I can just reduce the risk, that's it, slowly. Yeah, I'll tell you the problem. The problem is the sellers who sold the market here, they are very strong. So this pullback was a decent pullback. Continuation is kind of here only, it should have given the reversal. From the bottom end around 700 points means market would have trapped a lot of people. I missed scared after huge fall. That's okay, sir. That's okay. Here it has given a breakout. It would have attracted some buyers. Sellers pressure from top is a bit more. So you can see selling pressure was high. Market is formed a W pattern. It's given a breakout. It might trap buyers also. Since my risk is small, I'm just trying to hold on to the trade. That's it. See, mindset of people is very common, right? Okay, here moment came. I should have entered the trade, they will think. Now from here, if market reverses, they'll say, good, I did not enter. So looking at you're driving a car means you cannot look at the rear view mirror, right? You look at the rear view mirror, what is happening behind, and if you go, that is when accident happens. And there is no use in looking at the backside when you're driving the car, because your entire focus should be on the front. So here when I wanted to explain all the logic, said that we have opportunity, that is when you should have thought. After this move you thinking, or from here after reversal, if it takes my stop loss, you thinking, okay, good, I did not. That doesn't matter. All these things are what they call it as calculator profits, right? In calculator you will start thinking, if I had bought 10 BTC, how much profit I would have made. I would have made very good profit. It is equal to my salary, it is equal to my annual income. Many people will think like that, right? Definitely what people will think looking at this move. What if I would have entered just with one lot? Just with one lot, 2000 points. So easily I would have made around $200 here if I have, taken 100 quantity. That's how people keep doing calculative profit. They do not take the trade. Some people will not even have skin in the game, right? They will not even trade with 10 quantity or 5 quantity, but they will say market will entirely move down, entirely move up, let it move, but they will take credit that market moved down because of me only. But if you see, they wouldn't have even taken the trade. So weak creation, sir. This is just a suggestion for you. I was till now I was speaking, right? It was not for you, okay? But what I'm saying right now, it is for you. Don't worry too much if about opportunities missed. Or after taking the trade, don't keep thinking, okay, what is going to happen? Every candle, don't sit and think. Have a view, have a mindset based on that. See, now I'm saying, right, W pattern setup is there. This there is a chance it can fail. If it fails, maximum what will happen? That I have to see. Is it going to affect my today's trading budget or one entire week budget or my entire capital? If it is just my daily risk reward only I'm taking here, what if what if market hits the stop loss? That is okay. People want to be right all the time. What to do? Traders, this live stream is going for more than 1 hour 30 minutes. You know where my stop loss is, where my target is. So market also is not making that much of a movement right now. Just $35 profit it is showing. So there is a possibility of this W pattern setup failing. If it fails, I'll take the stop loss and exit. Or if it continues, if it moves towards the downside, continues, initial target will be 1,04,750 zone. Okay, this will be the first target. Second target will be my target zone where I'm planning to exit, 1,05,000. Okay, very simple, very straightforward. W pattern failure, market reverses, take the stop loss at this zone, quit. Okay, that's done. If it continues, if you're worried, then at 1,04,750 zone you book your profit, or at least 50% of the profit you book. Remaining you trail the stop loss to cost, and then hold on to the trade until the target zone. More simple than this, I cannot say. Just have a look at gold. Gold at this point of time, it's trying to move towards the upper level. But as you see, this is a nice bullish pattern. If you wait for this pattern setup, things might be better. Where after the breakdown, if you get a reversal, stop loss will be small. Market can try to target people at the upper level. Okay, that is something you can try. Here, though, again, it's coming to cost. What about oil? Oil also has spoken. This is the resistance zone. It's trading below that. Many people would have entered. If it corrects so much and then moves towards the downside, maybe you can try for bearish. But as of now, I would consider this as indecision zone. If oil moves up, I've already discussed what can be the upper level. If it moves up, breakout retest continuation, it can go for 74.80. All right, I think I've shared the view about my setup, where I'm going to exit, where I'm going to exit. This is where I'm going to place my first target. Second target is this zone. Whoever entered along with me, please mark these levels on the chart. If you want to hold on to the trade up to this zone, you book 50-60%. Entirely you want to book also, that's up to you. This zone will be our next immediate target, 1,05,000. Okay, I'm not going to make any changes to the stop loss target for the trade. Maybe once it goes above this zone, I'll get my stop loss to cost, something like that I would do. Nothing apart from that. Okay, I hope you have got some clarity. As of now, it's at cost. I'm just going to leave the trade as it is. Alright traders, if this already 1.5 hours done, some more time if I sit, my brain will stop working. That too after taking entry, what to speak about the setup. Okay, Thank you everyone for participating in the live stream. We will see if possible tomorrow or directly Monday. Usually market is sideways on Saturday. Sunday at least some move we will get. We will see if there is momentum. I will update in the group. All right. So nothing big, no change in the setup. All right. As of now, it's cost to cost. If you're worried too much, you can exit also. My stop loss is here. Maybe this one candle I'll wait. If stop loss hits, I will take that stop loss and go. Just one candle I'll wait, okay? If market was somewhere at this zone or this zone, I would have closed the trade. But it's coming near my stop loss level. So if I exit, people who's entered along with me, even they'll get to know I have exited. So that's why I am just waiting for what market does at this candle. Bearishness is a bit strong. After this candle, 1, 2, 3, 4, not able to break the high. Fully, this is the last protection zone. These people enter here, good, or else I'll take this and go. How long? Either hit the stop loss or reverse, buddy. Don't take too long. Again, cost to cost. This zone again acting as support. Now market has reversed again, cost to cost within the same box again. What to say? Only plus point we have here right now is it's formed a wick here. It's created some pullback. It's created some demand. So the zone, if you see, is again 786 level where market has formed a wick, right? So 786 level, it below that it did not give closing. It's staying above that. So that is the only positive thing I'm seeing right now. All right. So in case market goes below this candle, plan your exit. Okay. Stop loss is little below the zone itself. Again, if it's trading within this box for longer duration, then it will get boring. If it reverses, capture the moment, book the first target here, second target here. All right. So if you see basically in this trade for me, the risk is $33, reward is $170. Okay. Risk reward is decent, so I'm holding on. Market as of now is at cost to cost. Nothing big to say. It's in sideways range. it's holding on to this range, fine, but strongly a red candle breaks this level, then next it can target this zone and all. So no need to plan for any bullish trade. Okay, I mean, some people at the support again, they will try bullish trade, but if it breaks the zone, then look for continuation towards the downside. All right, so that's about it. I'm starting to get headache also. All right, thank you for participating in the live stream. Market is at cost to cost. You want to exit, you exit, or exit at the slower end. All right, traders, thanks for participating. Good night, take care, bye bye, happy weekend.